The Monday, December 5th, 2022 City of Vandalia Council Meeting is now called to order. We'll start with a moment of reflection, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have no minutes to approve, and that brings us to communications, petitions, and awards. And Mr. Wendt has a few introductions and swearing in.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I'm going to introduce two employees today. We've got a new firefighter, paramedic, inspector, and also a public works technician. Very excited to invite up Ben Cavanaugh and his fiance to come up here for the swear-in, to talk to you a little bit about Ben. He's been a firefighter at Germantown and also an EMT at Kettering Mobile Transport. Ben, why don't you go ahead and stand up here? He's also the former team captain of the Claremont County Coyotes rugby team. And so
Nice.
he looks like he can take a punch. And so I was excited about that. He also graduated from Sacred Heart Academy in 2020. And so without further ado, he's also got this whole entourage here. I just had the pleasure of meeting his family, and we're really excited to see him come on board. So we'll go ahead and we'll move forward with that swear-in.
Right.
Excuse me.
Here, but you can face me here. They'll get you on the thing here. Okay. Raise your hand, please.
I, Benjamin Cavanaugh,
I, Benjamin Cavanaugh,
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and will obey the laws of the United States
and will obey the laws of the United States
and the state of Ohio,
and the state of Ohio,
that I will in all respects
that I will in all respects
observe the provisions
observe the provisions
of the Charter
of the Charter
and ordinances
and ordinances
of the City of Vandalia,
of the City of Vandalia,
and will faithfully discharge
and will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Firefighter Paramedic Inspector
of Firefighter Paramedic Inspector
within the Division of Fire.
within the Division of Fire.
Congratulations and welcome aboard.
Now we're going to get a little video of you pinning this on here, at least a photo. So don't mess with it. Put a nice hole right through that suit.
No pressure.
Nice work. Now let me get John Hancock here. Go ahead and sign this for me right here. Now, we've only got about 3 hours of council left, so I'm just kidding. We're going to introduce the other employee and then
Yes, sir.
you guys can go. Okay, thank you. Also, the next person that we have is our new Public Works technician, Bryan Rowley. Will you please stand up? Bryan has prepared a short 45-minute impromptu speech, and so go ahead. No, I'm just kidding.
Is there going to be video to go along with this?
Yeah, thank you very much. Mr. Rowley, he has some experience operating heavy equipment, forklift, doing maintenance. He's a 2006 graduate of Dixie High School, and he runs dogs for hunting. And so, good outdoorsman and going to be a good addition to our team down at Public Works. I hit all the good parts, right? Thank you so much for being here tonight, and congratulations.
All right, well, thank you.
With that, anybody who would not like to stay to do a whole bunch of really interesting local government stuff is free to go.
It's kind of like our intermission. Well, everybody doesn't have to go. It's really not that bad.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice the setup that Corey's got for the fire department so he can take care of Chad?
Oh, yeah.
He needs to recuse himself.
He really does.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, we have no public hearing. That takes us to comments from interested citizens. So if anyone would like to make a comment, please step to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and your comment. Being none, we'll move on to the city manager's report, where we have some action items.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Sorry.
I also have a couple of information items. I just want to congratulate the Park and Rec staff and everybody involved on an excellent Christmas tree lighting event. Thank you very much to everybody for the hard work that goes into that. I want to let you know in council that Public Service Director Rob Cron applied for and has tentatively received a $400,000 grant for the reconstruction of Clyde Place and Cyril Court. That'll be full-depth reconstruction and utilities. We'll pay for about only just 56.87% of the project, so we're excited about that. Also, Assistant City Manager Holloway locked up a $162,000 Economic Development Government Equity Grant for Truss Corps expansion. That doesn't come to the city directly, but what it is it'll come through the county and we'll pay it out to that business as part of that incentive from the county. That'll help us retain 46 jobs and create 12 new jobs. It was great last week to get together with the Park and Rec Steering Committee. We've got a diverse slate of folks who have advised that report is in draft form and was very well received by the committee. And so thank you very much, especially to our council members who have participated in this. Councilmember Blakesley, Councilmember Follick, and also Mayor Herbst. There's been a ton of work that's gone into that. Also, I'm pleased to advise you that we started traffic counts last week on over by Airport Access Road and National Road, and also at Dixie and National, and so we're waiting on the results. Those will be video traffic counts, and so we'll be able to understand the simultaneous behavior for that. Finally, the last thing, the annual report and calendar is off to the printers. They'll be delivering those on Saturday, December 17th. And that concludes my report for information items. And if it's okay, I'll move on to action items. Action items before you is a request for reappointment from Mr. Harry Bayoglides Jr., Harry G. Bayoglides Jr., who's requesting reappointment to the Civil Service Commission. His term expires December 31st, 2022, and I would just request a simple motion from council to make that appointment.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Vice Mayor Lewis and a second by Councilman Blakesley to approve the reappointment of Harry G. Bioglides to the Civil Service Commission. Call the roll.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follick,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Ehlers,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lewis,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. We have no old business, and that brings us to our resolutions. The first one being Resolution 22-R-84. Mr. McDonald?
A resolution adopting 2023 citywide policy goals.
Thank you. Mr. Wendt?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. The purpose of this resolution is to conduct a formal resolution so that council sets the policy directives citywide. We use these to inform the city manager's performance goals, our department heads, and all of the subordinate staff throughout the ranks. We try to tie anything that we do back to these goals as the legitimacy and the reason for their pursuit. and I think it's been an excellent tool over the last 12 months for driving and describing organizational behavior.
All right, thank you. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve Resolution 22R84.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Blakesley and a second by Councilwoman Forrest to approve Resolution 22-R-84 as presented. Are there any comments from council? Call the roll.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayers,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lewis,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 22-R-85.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Technical Choice LLC for Castle Hills Golf Course irrigation system design and consulting.
Thank you, Mr. Wendt.
Your Honor, the Parks and Rec Department solicited proposals for a golf course irrigation design and consultation project at Castle Hills Golf Course. 6 golf industry irrigation design firms received the request for proposals for the project, with 3 firms submitting formal proposals. The city's purpose of issuing the RFP was to identify and select qualified firms that had sufficient experience planning, design, everything that goes into the project. This, of course, was reviewed by our golf pro, Ben Licklider, our superintendent, Marty Sturm, Director Clark, and that team went ahead and made a recommendation to go with Technical Choice LLC of Medina, Ohio. They had the best overall proposal, and that's for $63,950 for this design. We budgeted $80,000 in the capital improvement plan for this. That was done by supplemental. The project design agreement will allow Technical Choice to perform a detailed golf irrigation design for Castle Hills Golf Course, including consulting services, detailed design, specifications, project bid documents, contractor selection, bid review, and supervision of the installation and final inspection.
Thank you. Have a motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 22-R-85.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Ayers and a second by Vice Mayor Lewis to approve Resolution 22-R-85. Are there any comments? Call the roll.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayers,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lewis,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, the motion passes 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 22-R-86.
A resolution awarding the bid for one 2023 pickup truck with plow package requested by the Department of Parks and Recreation to Bo Townsend Ford and declaring the existing 2000 Ford pickup truck and 2005 Ford passenger van as surplus property for the purpose of trade-in.
Thank you. Mr. Wendt.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Parks and Rec Department solicited bids for the purchase of the 2023 pickup truck with the plow package. The 2022 capital improvement plan allotted $60,000 for this purchase. Bid packets were sent directly to Smedley Chevrolet, Bo Townsend Ford, and advertised in the Daily Court Reporter. Bo Townsend Ford submitted a bid of $62,585, which includes a base model vehicle with a white exterior and plow package. The 2023 pickup truck will replace a year 2000 Ford model truck, and also a passenger van that'll be traded in as part of the purchase to reduce the total by $4,500, making it $58,085. Recommend that City Council declare the other vehicle surplus in this trade-in. And we've, of course, compared this Bo Townsend bid to the State of Ohio procurement contract for the 2023 pickup truck and found that Bo Townsend's price is lower by $630. Not including the plow package, that's separate from it, but
All right, thank you. Can I have a motion?
Your Honor, I'll move to approve Resolution 22-R-86.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Follak and a second by Councilwoman Fairst to approve Resolution 22-R-86 as presented. Are there any comments from council? Call the roll.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayers,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lewis,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 22-R-87.
A resolution authorizing the purchase of safety surface for playground improvements from Forever Lawn.
Thank you. Mr. Wendt.
Your Honor, the Parks and Recreation Department is recommending waiving the bid process for the purchase and installation of playground safety surface under the new playground units at the sports complex in Helke Park, authorizing the purchase through Sourcewell Cooperative Procurement Program with Forever Lawn of Ohio. This is at a cost not to exceed $275,000. Originally in Resolution 22R62, we believe that this was part of the purchase as well with the playground equipment. We previously explained at a council meeting that we have to have authorization to purchase the safety surface separate from the playground itself. This falls within the monies that were allotted in the American Rescue Plan funds that we're using. And so I would just recommend passage based on that.
All right, thank you. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve Resolution 22R87.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Blakesley and a second by Councilman Follak to approve Resolution 22-R-87. Are there any comments?
Just glad to see that come about. Had the grandkids out there, saw the condition of those, and have seen those patched already, and know that that's a concern, so happy to see that.
All right, thank you. Call the roll?
Councilmember Ayers,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lewis,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, the motion carries 7-0. Next, we have Resolution 22-R-88.
A resolution waiving competitive bidding and authorizing the continued contract with Motorola Solutions to provide maintenance and service for the Spillman software for the Division of Police.
Thank you. Mr. Wendt.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. In 2018, the Vandalia Division of Police purchased the Motorola Solutions Spillman software package for the computer-aided dispatch or CAD system, the record management system, and mobile report writing. The Spillman software is utilized for electronic criminal offense reports, evidence management, traffic crash reports, statistical data, crime tracking, and records management. The 2022 annual service agreement and maintenance agreement is $52,671.18. VPD budgeted $52,965 for this annual maintenance agreement. The expense, of course, is split among the three sectors within the police department. That's administration, operations, support services. I respectfully request that competitive bidding be waived and we continue to contract with Motorola Solutions to provide maintenance and service for the Spillman software.
Thank you. Have a motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 22R88.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Ayers and a second by Councilwoman Fairst to approve Resolution 22-R-88 as presented. Are there any comments? Call the roll?
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follak,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Ayers,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lewis,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. We have one ordinance in its first reading, that being Ordinance 22-44. Mr. McDonald?
An ordinance rezoning approximately 13.4 acres of land located at 7249 North Dixie Drive from highway business to industrial and amending the zoning map of the city.
Thank you. Mr. Wendt?
Thank you, Your Honor. As a point of process here, you'll recall that this came to you with a conditional use attached. This is just the first reading. Council will actually vote up or down if it so chooses. When there's a second reading, if that's the case, the conditional use that's associated with it is contingent upon rezoning, if that makes sense. The applicant, Piper Stamps, has requested a rezoning from highway business to industrial for the 12.4 acre property located at 7249 North Dixie Drive. The purpose of the rezoning request is to allow for a concrete recycling facility The parcels in question have a 2020 future land use map designation of medium-density residential. The Planning Commission voted 3-0 to recommend denial of this request. I also strongly recommend denial of the request. As a procedural matter, it's obligatory under our code, under our laws, that this be carried on to a second reading so that a public hearing can be conducted. And so I would propose passage in the first reading so that it can go to the second reading, so that you can have a public hearing that you're required to have.
Thank you. Have a motion?
Your Honor, I'll move to approve ordinance 22-44 in the first reading.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Follick and a second by Councilman Blakesley to approve ordinance 22-44 in its first reading. Any comments? Call the roll.
Councilmember Blakesley,
Yes.
Councilmember Follick,
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst,
Yes.
Councilmember Ehlers,
Yes.
Councilmember Woods,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lewis,
Yes.
Mayor Herbst.
I'm going to abstain. So the motion passes 6-0 with one abstain. We have no ordinance in a second reading, nor do we have any emergency ordinances, and that we have also no reports from boards and commissions, and that brings us to comments from council. We'll start with Mr. McDonald.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Mr. Wendt.
I just say in this holiday season, I'm very thankful to be at the service of the residents of Vandalia. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Woods.
Yes, I just want to share that I was impressed with the number of people on our zoning, Board of Zoning Appeals and Planning Commissions who attended the workshop this past week. It seemed to be, I heard that the speaker was very good, from the one who did the downtown Bell Fountain. And it was a nice event, and they learned a lot, and I think it was worth their time, and very appreciative of them taking their time to do that.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Councilman Blakesley.
Just one, the tree lighting was great. It was a great community activity. And with the weather somewhat cold, at least it wasn't raining from last year, it was a great event, and appreciate all of the staff arranging that, including the flashing little lights that came along with that. So it was great.
All right, thank you. Councilman Follick.
Just to echo, kudos to Parks and Rec staff for a great event last night, and congratulations to Mr. Cron and Ms. Holloway on their respective grant awards for the city. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Fairst.
Really another kudos to the whole entire staff for last night's event. I mean, that took a lot to put on, and not only the tree lighting, but the holiday market inside, which probably was an extreme amount of work. So thank you. Staff was great, and I'm grateful for having the staff that we have.
We're grateful, too. Councilman Ehlers.
No comments tonight, thank you.
All right. Vice Mayor Lewis.
None other than to thank the citizenry for showing up to the Christmas tree lighting. I thought the community involvement was great.
All right, thank you. I also wanted to thank staff for the Christmas lighting last night. It was a great event, and if you've been doing this for a number of years, last night was one of the few that we've done when it wasn't either bitterly cold or raining, so it was nice to have the weather cooperate with us. And I talked to several people that actually were from other communities that came to this tree lighting, and they say they come every year, so that's a good testament to the hometown feel that we have here in Vandalia. And again, I appreciate staff, and I know there's a lot of effort and a lot of work that goes into that. I have nothing else, so at this time, this meeting is adjourned, and we're going to resume our executive session that we didn't get completed from the earlier, after I'm corrected by the law director.
After you're corrected, actually, we were just, this meeting would still actually be the executive session in this meeting, but I'm assuming there'll be no action taken
No.
afterwards.
No.
Okay. We will need to have another roll call vote to go into executive session and the motion.
All right. Okay.
And I think the motion is just for,
It's recommended council enter into executive session to consider the employment or compensation of a public employee.
public employee, correct. Okay.
And I have a motion by Vice Mayor Lewis. I need a second.
Second.
I have a motion by Vice Mayor Lewis and a second by Councilman Blakesley. Call the roll.
Councilmember Pollak?
Yes.
Councilmember Fairst?
Yes.
Councilmember Ayers?
Yes.
Councilmember Woods?
Yes.
Councilmember Blakesley?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lewis?
Yes.
Mayor Herbst?
Yes. Motion carries 7-0.